Hey everyone, welcome back to the Voyage Views channel. If you're planning a trip to London, you're in for a treat. Today, we're counting down the 20 best places to visit in London. Whether you're a history buff, a fan of art, or just looking for some fun, London has something for everyone. And stick around to the end. I'll share a hidden gem that will give you a whole new perspective on the city. Let's dive in. 1. The British Museum. First up, we have the British Museum. This is more than just a museum, it's a journey through time. With a collection that spans over 2 million years of history, it's home to some of the most famous artifacts in the world, including the Rosetta Stone and the Elgin marbles. I remember walking through the Egyptian galleries and being absolutely awestruck by the ancient mummies. It's like stepping back in time. The best part? Entry is free. Whether you're fascinated by ancient Egypt, Greece, or Asia, there's something here for everyone. The museum is massive, so give yourself plenty of time to explore. Pro tip: try to visit on a weekday morning when it's less crowded to fully immerse yourself in the experience. 2. The Tower of London. Next on our list is the Tower of London, a fortress steeped in history. It's not just a castle, it's been a royal palace, a prison, and even a zoo. Most famously, it's where the crown jewels are kept. Seeing the imperial state crown up close is truly awe-inspiring. The tower has seen some of the most dramatic events in British history, from the execution of Anne Boleyn to the mysterious disappearance of the princes in the tower. One of my favorite parts of visiting is the guided tour by the yeoman warders, also known as beefeaters. They bring the history to life with stories of intrigue, betrayal, and of course, the tower's famous ravens. Legend has it that if the ravens ever leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. So far, they're still there, so I think we're safe. 3. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the symbol of the British monarchy and a must-visit for anyone coming to London. The changing of the guard ceremony is a spectacle you shouldn't miss. It's one of those moments that truly captures the pomp and pageantry of the British royal tradition. The best time to see this is at 11 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. But be sure to check the schedule because it can change. If you're visiting in the summer, you can even tour the state rooms, which are open to the public. Walking through the rooms where the Queen entertains her guests, you get a sense of the grandeur and history of the place. And don't forget to take a stroll through the beautiful gardens behind the palace. It's like an oasis in the middle of the bustling city. 4. The Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. The Houses of Parliament and Big Ben are iconic symbols of London and the United Kingdom. Big Ben, technically the name of the bell inside the Elizabeth Tower, has been recently refurbished and is looking as majestic as ever. Standing across the river on Westminster Bridge, you get the perfect view of these Gothic-style buildings. The inside of Parliament is just as impressive. If you can, take a guided tour to learn about the history and workings of British politics. One personal tip: visit at night when the buildings are illuminated. It's truly a sight to behold and makes for fantastic photos. If you're a history or politics enthusiast, this is definitely a place you'll want to spend some time exploring. 5. The London Eye. The London Eye offers one of the best views of the city. This giant Ferris wheel on the south bank of the Thames gives you a bird's-eye view of London's skyline. Each rotation takes about 30 minutes, so there's plenty of time to spot all the major landmarks, like the Houses of Parliament, St. Paul's Cathedral, and even as far as Windsor Castle on a clear day. I remember my first time on the London Eye. I was nervous about the height, but once you're up there, the view is so breathtaking that you forget all about it. If you can, book your tickets in advance, and consider going at sunset for a truly magical experience as the city lights up below you.
6. The Tate Modern. Art lovers, this one's for you. The Tate Modern is housed in a former power station and is one of the largest museums of modern and contemporary art in the world. From Picasso to Warhol, you'll find works from some of the most influential artists of the 20th and 21st centuries. The building itself is a masterpiece of industrial architecture, and the Turbine Hall, which is the size of an aircraft hangar, often hosts large-scale installations that are simply awe-inspiring. One of my favorite things about the Tate Modern is that it's free to enter, although some special exhibitions do have an admission fee. And don't forget to head up to the viewing level for stunning views of the Thames and St. Paul's Cathedral.
7. Covent Garden. Covent Garden is one of London's most vibrant areas, full of energy, street performers, and great shopping. The Piazza is the heart of Covent Garden, where you'll find everything from luxury boutiques to quirky market stalls. I always make a point to visit the Apple Market, where you can find unique handmade crafts and antiques. But Covent Garden is more than just shopping. It's home to the Royal Opera House, so if you're into ballet or opera, this is the place to be. And if you're hungry, there's no shortage of restaurants and cafes offering everything from British classics to international cuisine. My personal favorite is watching the street performers. They're some of the best in the world, and it's all part of the Covent Garden experience. 8. Hyde Park. Hyde Park is one of London's largest and most famous parks, perfect for a relaxing day out. Whether you want to take a leisurely walk, rent a pedal boat on the Serpentine, or just sit and people watch, Hyde Park has it all. On a sunny day, there's nothing better than grabbing a spot on the grass and having a picnic. The park is also home to some notable landmarks, like the Diana Memorial Fountain and the Serpentine Gallery. One of my favorite memories is attending a summer concert at the park. There's something magical about listening to live music under the open sky. And if you're visiting in winter, be sure to check out Winter Wonderland, a massive festive fair with rides, markets, and an ice rink. 9. The Shard. For breathtaking views of London, you can't beat the Shard. Standing at 310 meters, it's the tallest building in the UK, and the view from the top is simply unparalleled. The observation deck, known as the View from the Shard, offers 360-degree views of the city, and on a clear day, you can see for miles. What I love about the Shard is that it gives you a completely different perspective of London. You can see how the city's ancient landmarks sit side by side with modern skyscrapers. I highly recommend going just before sunset, so you can watch the city transition from day to night. It's a bit pricey, but the experience is worth every penny, especially if you're looking for that perfect Instagram shot.
10. Southbank. Southbank is one of the most vibrant areas of London, stretching along the Thames from the London Eye to the Tate Modern. It's a cultural hub with something for everyone. Whether you want to catch a show at the National Theatre, explore contemporary art at the Hayward Gallery, or just take a stroll along the river, Southbank is the place to be. One of my favorite things to do here is to grab a bite from one of the food stalls at the Southbank Centre Market, then find a spot by the river to enjoy the view. There's always something happening on Southbank, whether it's a pop-up market, a street performance, or a festival. It's the perfect place to experience the buzz of London life. 11. Natural History Museum. The Natural History Museum is a must-visit for anyone interested in the natural world. From towering dinosaur skeletons to exhibits on volcanoes and earthquakes, this museum has something for everyone. One of the highlights is the famous blue whale skeleton in the Hintsa Hall. It's absolutely massive and awe-inspiring. I remember being fascinated by the Minerals and Gemstones exhibit, which has one of the most comprehensive collections in the world. The museum is free to enter, making it a great option for families. If you're visiting during the winter months, be sure to check out the ice rink in front of the museum. It's a magical experience, especially when the museum is lit up at night.
12. The National Gallery. Art lovers will be in heaven at the National Gallery, which houses an extensive collection of paintings from the 13th to the 19th centuries. Located in Trafalgar Square, it's home to masterpieces by artists like Van Gogh, Da Vinci, and Turner. One of my personal favorites is Van Gogh's Sunflowers. Seeing it in person is a completely different experience than seeing it in a book. The gallery is free to enter, although some special exhibitions may have a fee. If you're short on time, I recommend focusing on the highlights, which are helpfully marked on the museum map. And don't forget to take a moment to step outside. The view of Trafalgar Square from the gallery steps is iconic and a great place for people watching. 13. Warner Brothers Studio Tour. Warner Brothers Studio Tour, the making of Harry Potter. Next up, A must-visit for any Harry Potter fan is the Warner Brothers studio tour. This isn't just any studio tour, it's a magical journey into the world of Harry Potter. You'll walk through the actual sets used in the films, like the Great Hall, Diagon Alley, and even the Forbidden Forest. One of the most memorable parts for me was seeing the detailed craftsmanship of the props and costumes. The scale model of Hogwarts at the end of the tour is breathtaking. It's a perfect way to wrap up the experience. The tour also gives you a behind-the-scenes look at how the magic was created, from special effects to animatronics. 14. St. Paul's Cathedral. Book your tickets in advance, as this popular attraction often sells out, especially on weekends and school holidays. St. Paul's Cathedral is an architectural masterpiece and a significant symbol of London. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren after the Great Fire of London, its iconic dome has dominated the city's skyline for centuries. Inside, you'll find breathtaking mosaics, the magnificent Whispering Gallery, and the crypt where famous Britons like Lord Nelson and the Duke of Wellington are buried. One of my favorite experiences at St. Paul's is climbing up to the Golden Gallery at the top of the dome. The view is absolutely worth the 528 steps. You get a 360-degree panorama of London that's simply stunning. And if you're interested in history, don't miss the American Memorial Chapel, which commemorates U.S. soldiers who died during World War II. 15. The Victoria and Albert Museum. The Victoria and Albert Museum, or V&A, is the world's largest museum of decorative arts and design. It's a treasure trove of art, fashion, and design, with over 2.3 million objects in its collection. From medieval armor to modern fashion, there's something here for everyone. One of the highlights for me is the Fashion Gallery, where you can see iconic outfits from different eras. The museum also has an impressive collection of jewelry, ceramics, and textiles. The V&A is free to enter, making it a great option for a day out. And don't forget to check out the beautiful Courtyard Garden. It's a lovely spot to relax with a coffee after exploring the exhibits. 16. Notting Hill and Portobello Road Market. Notting Hill is one of London's most charming neighborhoods, famous for its colorful houses, quirky shops, and the world-renowned Portobello Road Market. The market is a must-visit, especially on Saturdays when it's in full swing. You can find everything from antiques and vintage clothes to fresh produce and street food. I love wandering through the market, discovering hidden gems and chatting with the stallholders. Notting Hill is also known for its annual carnival, which is one of the biggest street festivals in Europe. If you're a fan of the movie Notting Hill, you'll recognize some of the filming locations as you explore the area. It's a vibrant, bohemian part of London that feels like a village within the city. 17. Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. For lovers of literature and drama, Shakespeare's Globe Theatre is a must-see. This faithful reconstruction of the original Globe Theatre offers a unique opportunity to experience Shakespeare's plays in the setting for which they were once Watching a play here is an unforgettable experience. The open-air setting, the wooden benches, and the standing area known as the yard where the groundlings, theatergoers who stand, watch the play, all add to the authenticity. I'll never forget seeing Romeo and Juliet here. It felt like stepping back in time. If you're not able to catch a performance, the Globe also offers guided tours that delve into the history of the original theater and its reconstruction. It's a fascinating glimpse into Elizabethan theater and culture. 18. The Churchill War Rooms. The Churchill War Rooms are a fascinating slice of history buried beneath the streets of Westminster. This underground bunker was the nerve center for Britain's war effort during World War II, and it's been preserved almost exactly as it was when Winston Churchill and his staff worked here. Walking through the narrow corridors, you get a real sense of the tension and urgency of the time. The museum attached to the War Rooms offers a detailed look at Churchill's life and legacy, with plenty of interactive exhibits and personal artifacts. For anyone interested in World War II history or Churchill himself, this is a must-visit. One of the highlights for me was seeing the map room, which has remained exactly as it was left on the day the lights were turned off in 1945. 19. Camden Market. Camden Market is one of London's most eclectic and vibrant spots, offering a unique mix of food, fashion, and crafts. Whether you're looking for vintage clothes, handmade jewelry, or delicious street food, Camden has it all. The market is spread out over several areas, including Camden Lock and the Stables Market, each with its own character. I always make a beeline for the food stalls. There's something for every taste, from gourmet burgers to vegan delights. The area around Camden is also worth exploring, with its live music venues, street art, and the picturesque Regent's Canal. It's a great place to spend an afternoon just soaking up the atmosphere and people watching. 20. Sky Garden. Finally, we end our tour at Sky Garden, one of London's most unique and stunning attractions. Located at the top of the Walkie-Talkie Building, Sky Garden is a lush indoor garden offering breathtaking views of the city. The best part? It's free to visit, although you'll need to book your tickets in advance. As you walk through the garden, you can enjoy 360-degree views of London, from the Shard to St. Paul's Cathedral to the Tower of London. It's a peaceful retreat from the hustle and bustle of the city below. I love visiting at sunset, when the city is bathed in golden light. It's the perfect way to end a day of sightseeing. And if you're looking to extend your visit, there are several restaurants and bars where you can enjoy a meal or a drink with a view. And there you have it, 20 best places to visit in London. I hope this guide helps you plan your trip and discover all that this amazing city has to offer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. Also, check out the links in the description for more details and to book tickets for some of these attractions. Thanks for watching, and happy travels.